fanatics, crazy Russian dead here, was so tired of seeing all this stuff about post-election and this and protests. Everybody's gone crazy. And so I figured, okay, I'll do something that's not related to like Facebook or news or any of that. And lucky for me, I needed to drive my older boy to tennis. Yes, he takes tennis lessons, and not only did I need to drive him, I needed to also drive two of his teenage friends. So driving three teenage boys in the car, it's a very quiet time for me. Why it's quiet? Because my son tells me that under no circumstances am I to open my mouth, okay? Because, oh dad, you're so embarrassing, you cannot say anything. And I'm like, listen, I'm a famous YouTuber. It would be an honor for these boys to hear my wisdoms, okay? But he's like, dad, please do not share any wisdoms, and whatever you do not speak Russian. So anyhow, that is all to show that it was quiet time. I was just a chauffeur. Do you know what teenage boys discuss? Absolutely nothing, okay? Three boys sitting in one car, each on their own phone, each listening to their own music, watching their own video, each playing their own video games, and possibly texting and Snapchatting each other. I mean, seriously, for me it was like ethnographic research. Is that the term? Like, I felt like I went to the zoo, you know, like I saw weird creatures, okay? Like, seriously, teenagers are weird creatures. You know, don't get me started on teenagers. You know how I feel about teenagers. Teenagers are evil. Thanks be to this election, those boys actually discussed stuff. It was remarkable. Not my boy, he kept quiet, but two other boys started discussing, like actually using full sentences to talk about the candidates. One said, well, your Trump did this, and then the other said, well, your Clinton said that. And it was quite inspiring. For at least 3 minutes, they like almost were not looking at their phones. It was a heated debate, as they would say, you know, using diplomatic language. I could barely contain myself because I figured, okay, this is my time, okay? I wanted to tell the boys, listen, this is democracy at play. I want to tell them that this is a great country. Blessed be the United States of America. I wanted to tell them that political processes complicated. I also wanted to tell them you're all like white boys going to tennis driven by one of the fathers, and the two of you in the private school. Well, not my boy, of course. We go to public school. Cannot afford private school. I just inhaled to say all that. And then I looked over to my to my son, older boy, and he said, Dad, if you say anything right now, I will never speak to you for the rest of your life, and I will not even come visit you in the nursing home. And he kind of said it with meaning. And so I'm like, okay, all these years of experience, all these wisdoms I had to share, I kept bottled up. I held my tongue. Like my wife thinks I never hold my tongue. It's just she's not there when I'm quiet. I usually yell at home, but you know, in a dignified manner, of course. Anyhow, so I kept my mouth shut. But listen, people, just so that you know, whatever we're discussing around dinner table, teenagers repeat and they learn. I mean, and they're the ones who will vote in a few years too. Speaking of teenagers, teenagers are evil. I, for one, want to declare war on teenagers and war on teenagerhood. There was no such thing as teenagers in Soviet Russia. I think I might apply to the new administration. I want to be President Trump's advisor for teenagers, okay? Just joking, people. Please relax. I mean, don't take anything so seriously, okay? Maybe you should get off the Facebook for a bit, okay? I don't know. You don't look so good. Just kidding, okay? Good night.